This is our NFL picks and our bold predictions. NFL pick'em. We're picking 4 games for this week.
Kept it simple this week.
Kept it simple, yeah.
The night games for Thursday, Sunday, and the 2 Monday night games.
Yep, and we're going to do our bold predictions as well. Yeah. So, Chuck, if you just want to read through your 4 games, and then we'll do that first and then go through the bold predictions.
Okay. For the 4 night games, I have the first one is Pittsburgh at New England. And New England is favored by 7.5.
Yes.
So I have New England winning that game, but not covering. So if you're going to go bet, don't bet on them covering that one because I don't think they're going to win by more than a touchdown. It's going to be a close game. Going against his prediction that they're going to win 40-10. The second game is the New York Giants versus the Dallas Cowboys. And the Cowboys are favored by 5.5. That's at Dallas. And I have Dallas winning and covering that game. The third game is Philly versus Atlanta, and at Atlanta, and Philadelphia is favored by 3.5. I have Philly winning and covering that game as well by much more than 3.5. I think they're going to win by quite a bit. And then I have the last game we have is Minnesota at SF, and Minnesota is favored by 2.5. I have Minnesota winning and covering that game as well. So I picked all the favorites.
Funny. I think we were at Tank House the other day, and Chuck said Niners would beat Minnesota.
Did I have that prediction?
Yeah,
That's how that went, yeah.
I think I remember that.
Calling an audible. I think SF is going to win this Monday Nighter. Prove all these haters wrong. I'm changing my notes right now.
And between now and the start of the season, at least 2 more players will retire.
On the Niners? Or get cut.
Or get cut. I didn't go with the spread or whether or not they're going to cover. That's my bad.
Oh.
I just...
Did you do that? Oh.
But you're fine.
I did
somehow.
I mean,
I'm looking out for the gamblers out there.
I like it. I got New England, I got Dallas, and then when I did look at the Vegas lines, we have 2 home dogs on the Monday night game, and at least one of them's
going to win.
At least one of them's going to win, and I think it's way more likely to be Atlanta than San Francisco. So I have Atlanta and then Minnesota.
My picks were identical to Chuck's until he changed them.
Change one.
So I have New England winning 42-10.
They're getting better.
They're not even going to kick a field goal. I got Dallas beating New York Giants 24-17.
Home.
Yeah, I'm a Cowboy fan, by the way, but I'm not biased for them.
False. Straight up false.
I actually don't know how we're going to do it out Murray this year. Kind of lost our entire offense. So
Christian Mike.
Do you see?
For it. No.
I picked up Cole Beasley, sleeper pick of the year. Cole Beasley. Picked him up right now. Philadelphia at ATL. I got Philadelphia. I agree with Chuck by a large margin. Matt Ryan and Julio Jones might be good, but I think Sam Bradford is another sleeper pick this year. He's going to be real good. And then I got Minnesota beating SF. AP's coming back like a monster. One of my bold predictions I'm going to say right now just because it's
Go for it.
right there.
Them all over the place.
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater, top 5. He's a top 5 fantasy quarterback this season. Okay, Teddy Bridgewater, top 5 fantasy. Put him behind Andrew Luck, Aaron Rodgers, and pick the other 2. He's top 5.
All right. That is bold.
So that's my bold prediction about him. Other bold predictions, I'll just start it off and then we can work our way backwards to Chuck. For the year, I'll start it off that way. I have the Rams winning the NFC West division over the Seahawks, Niners, and Cardinals. Rams winning it. I think they got better out of Nick Fairley on that defensive line, and Nick Foles finally gave him a quarterback to throw to some of those speedy wide receivers and deep threats.
I really hope that happens. I just want to see the Seahawks win.
And when Todd Gurley comes back after week 6, I think they're going to be really scary. So.
I like how you just expanded his prognosis from week 3 to week 6.
Well, how about my fantasy team? So what they're saying, because he's on my fantasy team, what they're saying is they'll give him some carries throughout, but after week 6, they're like going to try and start fully and run him, yeah.
Right.
And they're saying it's going to be people more expert than us. Doesn't be more expert than this, but are saying that he could be like an Adrian Peterson kind of back.
I mean, personally, I would take the ESPN analysts way more seriously if they had beer in the Center.
For sure. You guys are way ahead of me, so let me catch up before I finish these bold predictions. Full prediction for the year number 3. Alex Smith, who didn't throw a single touchdown to a wide receiver last year, will throw 7, at least 7, to Jeremy Macklin this year. A lot of people are falling asleep on Jeremy Macklin, saying he's going to be a bust in KC. I don't think he's going to get a whole lot of yards. He might get a lot of targets, but I think he gets a lot of red zone looks.
So Alex Smith throws 7 total touchdowns?
No, 7 just to Macklin.
Just to Macklin?
Yeah.
So how many, if you have to say, I'm
So
not going to hold you to this, how many does he throw
10
to a
total?
wide receiver for the rest of for the year as a whole?
To wide receiver?
Yeah.
10.
10?
Throws 10 to wide receiver. He throws 6 to running backs. And he throws 8 to tight ends.
And how many to the defense?
He doesn't really turn the ball over that much.
Yeah,
though.
sure. He just doesn't throw it all.
That's why he has a job in the NFL.
True.
That's why he's league average.
But I think as long as he has Jamal Charles, he's getting a lot of touchdowns to RBs. And Travis Kelce as well. He's getting some to tight ends.
That's fair enough.
All right, bowl predictions for the week. This also would go along with your fantasy picks. So make sure you listen to these. Jeremy Hill, running back for the Bengals. He will be the top fantasy performer this week, going against the Oakland Raiders. Going over 150 yards rushing, over 200 yards net, and having over 2 touchdowns. Peyton Manning, if you have him, probably sit him because he's not even going to throw a touchdown, and he'll throw under 250 yards against the Baltimore Ravens. Under 250 yards, not even a touchdown.
0 touchdowns?
0 touchdowns for Peyton Manning.
Yeah, let's just keep talking about it. Like,
0.
it's not a thing.
Why was he not on your sit?
He was going to be,
Oh.
but
I think Alfred Morris is a smarter way to go on that.
so I have Peyton Manning. I raised him with Alfred Morris. So, yeah, those are my bold predictions for the year and the week. Ned, go ahead.
Alright, so I've mentioned a couple already, so I'm going to skip those. I think my boldest prediction is for the season, and I have the Raiders doubling the win total of the 49ers. I pretty much have the Raiders at 8-8, which means I don't think the Niners can win 4 games. And then for the week, I think, and again, this could go with fantasy, Greg Olsen is going to get at least 60 yards and a touchdown versus Jacksonville. He's the only guy there to catch the ball.
too.
Yeah, he's the only guy there to catch the ball. I'd be comfortable saying he's going to get at least 75 yards and a touchdown.
How many receptions for those PPR players?
God, I don't even think it matters at that point. Like, your tight end is not going to do better than that unless he's Gronk or Jimmy Graham. So,
Jimmy Graham was my other sleep of the week.
really interesting. And then my last one is that Atlanta is going to be the highest scoring team of the week by more than a touchdown.
Atlanta's going to be the highest scoring team of the week?
Atlanta over Philadelphia.
Over Philadelphia.
Because Philadelphia is going to beat them by over 2 touchdowns, but Atlanta's going to be the highest scoring team of the week. So I don't know how that makes sense, man.
Mathematically impossible.
I did not say that Philadelphia was going to win. That was not me. I have Atlanta winning.
All right.
That's
There we
how
go.
Okay, well, my bold prediction. I only have 2 bold predictions. They're both for the year. I have none for the week. I didn't really do my job. So my bold predictions are, the first one is the Bills have the number 1 defense overall at the end of the season. That's not that bold because they were like number 2, I think, last year. And then they make the playoffs. That one, I feel like, is a little more bold.
Both predictions are about the Bills?
No, that was one prediction. That was a package deal. Okay? And my second prediction is Calvin Johnson returns to the number 1 best receiver in the league and bumps down all those other fools like Antonio Brown. Thanks for the championship last year.
Year.
Whatever. That's last year. Done with that guy.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah. So Calvin Johnson returns to form, best wide receiver in the league, and the Bills have the number 1 defense, and they make the playoffs. Write it down.